Oh, good evening. How you guys doing? Oh, man. You guys would suck at a rock concert with an attitude like that, man. It's St. Patrick's Day. Good Lord. You guys are like, ready to rock and roll in day! Yeah. Yeah, rock and roll me, buddy. Go. Let's hear it. Are you guys in the mood for some comedy or what? Make some noise! All right. So you guys settling? Are you guys celebrating St. Pat's? This guy is right here. Right? That's cool. Everybody else? No? St. Patrick's Day. It's sort of a holiday. It's an Irish thing, you know? No, I'm okay. I just put one out. Thank you. You guys didn't celebrate? You aren't going to get all drunk and puke up Lucky Charms later on? That kind of thing? Maybe go celebrate, blow up a school bus? Something like that? Nice to be here. I've had a lot of fun in this week in Indy, driving around. I have actually noticed that you guys drive just a little bit differently here. Apparently in Indianapolis, right-of-way is determined by tonnage and velocity. Stoplights just seem to be rough guidelines. Green means go, yellow means go faster, red means go if there's nobody looking. Blinkers? Never touch the shit. Hell, I just broke the stick right off the damn column myself. Low beam. What the fuck is that? I was watching the television this afternoon, and I've developed sort of a theory about TV now. I think it's a lot like computers. It's just garbage in, garbage out. There is so much stupid stuff on TV these days. I think if you watch enough of it, it can't help but make you stupid. Like this commercial for Vaseline intensive care. This woman walks out, she has sort of a vacuous, self-lobotomized look on her face, right? She looks into that camera and she goes, sometimes my skin is so dry, I can actually write the word dry on the back of my hand. Yeah, well, if you need to do that to tell your skin is dry, maybe you ought to etch the word stupid on your forehead while you're at it. It probably wouldn't help much anyway. She'd just get to that bathroom mirror and be going, dip butts. Cool, most of you guys got that one. Pretty much if you don't get that, folks, you are. Man, God forbid some of you guys get trapped in traffic in front of an ambulance, huh? Ecnolubma? The hell is that? Oh. Boy, it really is for the Friday Late Show. You guys are a little bit slow this evening. You're just like, dude, we're really kind of burnt from the day. This is all of a sudden looking like working a methadone clinic in here, man. We'd love to respond to you, dude, but we're just kind of peaking right now. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you very much. One person clap. That's nice. That's sort of like throwing me a fucking Scooby snack. That's good. That's it. There you go, comedy boy. Keep up the good work, mister. There's plenty more where that came from. Oh, man. It just, you know what it seems like? A lot of the quality and standards in the media have dropped so much in the past couple of years, doesn't it? It's everywhere. Radio, television, newspapers, USA Today, perfect example. Oh, man. That fucking hamster litter, fish wrap, bird cage liner with a pandering, penny dreadful shit rag newspaper. Good Lord. How good is a newspaper, folks, that has a daily corrections column? We fuck up every day. That's the nation's #1 newspaper. I'm reading in there the other day in the USA Snapshot. It says, a survey conducted recently shows that 3 out of 4 people make up 75% of the population. Look at some of you guys just looking at me like, 3 out of 4. Dude, we just came here to see comedy, man. We didn't want to have to do fractions. What a dick. Another scientific study in USA Today that I read said exactly 1/2 of all Siamese twins are left-handed. Okay. Some of these jokes you will actually have to think about tonight, guys. Pretty simple process. I load them and lock them, bang, you bag them and tag them, we're out of here in 30. Feels kind of nice sometimes to fire up that old GED, doesn't it? Final survey that I read said that every 30 seconds on this globe, somewhere a Julio Iglesias song is being played. It's true. You know what that means? Somewhere every 31 seconds, somebody's going, God damn it. That's good. One more person applaud for me now. That's nice. Apparently I'm entertaining each and every one of you individually this evening. Please be patient. I will try to get to your table as soon as humanly possible with your joke. Same newspaper, I swear this is true, the celebrity obituary column of USA Today. It said the Guinness Book of World Records oldest living human had died. Right? Carrie White died at the age of 118 years old. Last line of the obituary said, and I quote, "Cause of death has not yet been determined." Oh, let me take a wild fucking stab in the dark on this one. Probably not crib death. And the line just before it said, unfortunately, Mrs. White died penniless. Like that was such a bad thing. Man, sounds to me like she timed it just right. Well, I'm sure her last words were, and put the rest of that on a gift certificate, Chuck. I love the Guinness Book of World Records, don't you guys? That is such a great book. The categories in it are so bizarre. Actual category in the Guinness Book of World Records, camping out. World record for camping out? Anybody know? 22 years. Buddy, at some point, you are no longer camping out. You're just fucking homeless, man. Yeah, apparently we don't have a homeless problem in this country. We have a camping competition. That's not a refrigerator box, that's a KOA campsite, huh? No, don't go look for a job. We're still camping. We're going for the record. See, I'm from Washington, D.C. We got so many homeless folks there. And man, I tell you, who here's been to D.C. before? By applause. Yeah. So you guys know what I'm talking about. I used to give them a lot of my money. I really did. And that was until I got mugged 2 times. First time was my fault, though, because I figured I'd tell the guy I didn't have change without actually saying that. So I walked by and the guy goes, yo, man, you got some change? I was like, no, man, I only got big bills. So, learned that little lesson. See, I just get that compassion fatigue now because I see the same guys every single day, never doing anything, just holding up that sign, looking at me going, yo, man, can you help me out? It's like, yeah, there's 2 S's in homeless. Okay, fuck you guys, that's funny. But apparently 2 is the limit for spelling jokes here in India, is that it? It's like, oh damn, he's up there ciphering and spelling and fractions and why don't you just go on home to D.C., Mr. Bookworm? I bet you that damn ponytail's just a clip-on. That's from the Nancy Kerrigan collection. So do you guys think it's actually wrong to toss a bum some change? Say like, I don't know, like fistful of pennies, overhand, really hard, right at his head, wrapped in a roll, while he's sleeping, from the window of a moving vehicle, while you're hollering, oh no, God bless you, you fuck! Sorry, a couple of muggings just makes it a little bit bitter sometimes. See, I used to not understand how those guys got that way, and that was until I actually lost everything myself recently, virtually overnight. I mean, I went from solid upper middle class to poor white trash just by moving out of my parents' house. Yeah, look at that, all the 20-somethings applauding with me. Yeah, from boomer babies to boomerang babies. See, that's my solution to the homeless problem, man. Just move back in with your parents. I don't know, you're homeless, but you gotta have parents, right? Why work for food by panhandling when you can just move back in with the parents and mow the lawn and take out the trash again? That's will work for food and allowance. It's good fucking money. Huh? What if you don't have family? Then find somebody to move in with. Thank you for bringing the show to a complete screeching fucking halt, pal. He says, anything to help out. I think your plastic cap is on too tight, buddy. Is that actually how you test whether a hat is good? Is if you can turn it complete 360 degrees on your head? Now that's a good goddamn hat. I can spin it around my head all the way. Because my head is entirely circular. Would you like to know the radius of my head? So, see, I tell you guys, everything in the media is driving me fucking crazy these days with the low quality and standards. It's not just the papers. Television is even worse. They say Americans spend over 1/4 of their waking lives watching TV. And, I think you are what you eat like you are what you watch. Think about some of the garbage you have to digest, like America's Funniest Home Videos. I don't know about you guys. I just can't take 30 minutes a week of watching Junior hit Pop in the nuts with a croquet mallet. Next week, fat chick slips on ice. Good Lord. It's just unbelievable, the moronic stuff on TV. And that's what really scares me is because they say the median IQ in America is dropping at a rate of 3 points every 5 years, based on the Stanford Binet IQ test averages. So 5 years ago, it was 100. Apparently this year, it's what?
97.
One fucking ringer in the whole room? You guys like, he did it again, the son of a bitch. I didn't even have a chance to pull my calculator out. I'm glad he had to move out of his parents' house. It's 97, that's correct. So what that means, folks, is the world is not going to go out with a bang or a whimper, but just sort of a, hey! We'll eventually be too stupid to fuck and just die. Of course, I said that last night, and this lady goes, I'd never be too stupid to fuck. Well, for me, ma'am, you already are. Yeah. Think about it, do you guys ever get a chance to see some of the kids' game shows in the afternoon? Shows like Double Dare and that kind of thing, where you get to opt for the physical challenge if you don't know the answer? Boy, I think that sends a horrible message to kids, really. Don't you think so? It's like, essentially, if you don't have the knowledge and the education, you can still crush your opponent through sheer brute force. And they're getting so incredibly violent now. It's like I'm watching Double Dare the other day. The kid opts for the physical challenge, and he's like, okay, Timmy, all you have to do is put your head in this box of live Mexican scorpions and make your way through the obstacle course before you black out. If you get past the last obstacle, you get the antidote and win the round. If not, we have some lovely parting gifts for your next of kin. Only on television would you ever see somebody try and sell you a clapper. That commercial has been on for like 10 years. Who is buying these fucking things? Stop it! That is such a moronic device. My grandmother wanted one of those things, so we got her one, and we hooked it up to her life support system. Who's in the will, Grandma? Who's in the will? Who's your favorite grandson? You want the inheritance and you know it, clap your hands. You want the inheritance and you know it, clap your hands. The respirator is not science, oh I know that you are dying. I want the inheritance and I know it, clap my hands. Yeah, don't pull the plug on them, folks, just clap them off. MTV presents Grandma Unplugged with her number one hit. I can name that tune in one note, Chuck. Loosen up, folks. It's only the first dead grandma joke of the evening. There's plenty of more where that came from. In my opinion, the ultimate stupidity on the television set today is the Partnership for a Drug-Free America commercials. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Yeah, they're the one. I figured you would. This is your brain with a green plastic cap on it. Oh man, why do I always have to fucking get them? I always do. Okay, whatever that means, I have no idea. That just sounded like some prison sodomy joke to me right there, buddy. I just see you in the morning whenever the sun rises, buddy. When the hell did we catapult ourselves into a scene from Deliverance? What the? Oh man. Go on, squeal! Squeal for me, piggy! Where's my plastic hat? Say, wee! You guys are making me snap. You guys are really making me snap tonight. This is just not fair. I was in such a good mood. Oh, man. Huh? Loosen the tie? I'm not wearing a tie, goober. Tie back? Tie back. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Man, I tell you, major cause of most brain disorder is just too tight hairband, dude. It's totally true. You guys, what happened? Was the tractor pull all sold out tonight, gentlemen? Smell that! That is 100% nitro fumes right there. Well, okay. Moving along with the show. So you do know who the Partnership for a Drug-Free... They're the guys who brought us that incredibly terrifying frying eggs in a pan commercial. This is your brain on drugs, man. Was anybody really terrified by that asinine commercial? Let me ask you guys honestly. Who here, by applause, has ever smoked pot? Ever tried marijuana? By applause, whether you inhaled or not. I saw you make that quick decision. You weren't going to applaud, and then you saw me look over and go, he knows I'm lying. He knows, like, no, he'll turn me into an asshole. I got to applaud. Please, leave me alone, comedy boy. That's cool. That's the vast majority of the people in the room. You know, I really do hope they legalize marijuana in my lifetime. I really do. Yeah. Well, because that way I'll be able to use it as a tax deduction. Just file that under source for comedy material. Because I have written a lot of material when I was stoned, I'll tell you that. I never used any because, well, it really didn't make any fucking sense the next day. Boy, was it funny for the night. Okay. Shut up. Okay. Okay. Shut up, man. Shut up. Okay. Okay, so the only real difference in a parallel universe is the parking's a lot more difficult. Okay, shut up. Okay, so if you're having sex with your clone, does that mean you're really narcissistic or you're just masturbating? So some of you guys know what I'm talking about, huh? That's good. I'm glad we have a couple of pot smokers in the crowd. It's funny, it usually takes you guys a couple extra seconds to get the jokes, though, if you're high. So. Case in point, right there at that table. Or your plastic cap is too tight. Or your hair tie. Or any binding garment, for that matter. So, usually, if you're high, getting the jokes is like, That was excellent. Oh, mouth is so dry. Well, some of you guys are just looking at me like, oh, well, apparently he smokes the evil weed, does he? That's the weed with the roots in hell, mister. You know what pot stands for, don't you? Plenty of trouble. That's for damn sure. I learned that on Dragnet. Just say no to drugs. What a bunch of shit, man. Just say no thank you. There's no reason to be rude. Drug dealers have feelings too. Actually, I do believe in just say no to drugs as in K-N-O-W. Know your drugs so you know what the fuck you're talking about. There's nothing I hate more than getting into a conversation with somebody about like the evils of marijuana. Just, have you ever smoked pot? No, but shut the fuck up. You can't tell me about sex if you've never been laid. It's that simple, okay? See the correlation? Okay. I don't know. I'll tell you, I did a little background research on the Partnership for a Drug-Free America. Here's the 411 on that. Their three biggest financial sponsors are, no lie, Philip Morris Tobacco, Miller Brewing Company, and Eli Lilly Pharmaceuticals. See a pattern forming here? Just say no to drugs? Yeah, because a cigarette, a cold beer, and a Prozac's all you're ever going to need. See, that's such a hypocritical message because what they're really saying is that they want us as consumers to spend our disposable income on their legal drug products. They don't want us to spend our money on illegal drug products. Why? Because they're competing for our dollar. So for them, the whole war on drugs is not about morality. It's just about money, man. They have this other commercial now. They show an EEG readout. The announcer says, "This is the brain of a normal 14-year-old boy." This is the brain of a 14-year-old boy after smoking a marijuana cigarette. Any questions? No. Isn't that the point? Right? This is stress. And this isn't. Well, my only question would be, where can I get some of that dope? Man, folks, any weed that'll turn you into a flatliner, that's good fucking bud. Who here's ever heard that marijuana kills brain cells? By applause. Yeah? Well, I had heard that too, and that is not true. That's a myth and it's a lie. Here's the background on that. 1974, the Heath Tulane University study determined that marijuana killed brain cells. However, here's a scientific research methodology. You guys decide. They took a rhesus monkey. They strapped him into a chair. They strapped a gas mask over his face and pumped the equivalent of 63 Colombian-strength joints into the face of the monkey for 6 minutes, losing no smoke for 90 days in a row. Right? So I signed up for this program, right? You know, I needed the extra credits, and man, the only thing you can pump into the face of a monkey for 6 minutes without killing brain cells is air. That poor chimp was suffocating it. Yeah, don't bogart that gas mask there, Curious George. Come on, pal. I've done a lot of reading about marijuana, a lot of research, and I've done my own personal experimentation, if you will, and I've come to the conclusion that it's a plant. It's natural, it's herbal, it's medicinal, it has a tremendous number of uses. It's virtually the first agrarian crop grown for non-agrarian food purposes, and it's been around since time immemorial. Even prehistoric man smoked pot. They had to. Look at all the cave drawings. They're always chasing food. And let me tell you something, folks, you gotta be a high kind of hungry to hunt a mastodon with a stick and a rock. And then eat that hairy beast, huh? I believe I will have the woolly mammoth whopper. And if you guys ever do that when you're in high school, you smoke pot in your bedroom and blow it out the window so your parents wouldn't catch you? See, I was always so paranoid that my mom would come up to the door and go, "What are you doing with the window open? Trying to get the whole neighborhood high?" I tell you, man, I was the only guy in my block who had like squirrels and chipmunks and lined up on my windowsill going, "Dude, shotgun!" I never forget the night this monkey showed up outside my window going, "Dude, remember me? Tulane University! Science majors! I brought my gas mask. Let's party." See, I don't mind if you are against drugs or for drugs. That's fine to have your opinion. What bothers me is that there's a lot of groups in this country today and people who are trying to get you to think what they want you to think without giving you all the facts and just letting you decide for yourself. And I think that's sort of the essence of political correctness in general, which is so out of control these days. And I think as a result of that kind of repression, you've seen a resurgence in things like sexism and racism and homophobia. Actually, recently a friend of mine went to go get a job at Walmart. They said they wouldn't hire him because he was homosexual. So I told him he should go back in, reapply for a job, tell him he was bisexual, but he just wanted to work part-time. Just came in on those days he was feeling particularly macho. Stick him in auto parts. Don't you hear guys say that all the time? Guys always say that, man. I just don't understand how one man could ever want to suck another man's dick. Well, obviously. I mean, if you did, you'd probably be gay. Usually it's like some 300-pound, tattoo-ridden, toothless, Dan Haggerty-looking bastard who says, "I'll tell you what. Ain't no goddamn pillow-biting bottom feeder ever gonna stick his thing in my keister. That's for damn sure, mister." Well, of course not. The guy's gay. He's not blind. I like gay men. I'm not gay myself. I just think they bring a number of very significant and positive contributions to our society. I mean, first and foremost, they make an easy target for rednecks. Well, thus taking the heat off racial and ethnic minorities at a crucial point in our history. And even more importantly that, if you ask any woman in this room to describe the average gay man, what will she usually say? Oh, they're usually really good looking, good dressers, intelligent, sensitive, good job, good sense of humor. Oh man, I am fucking glad they're gay. I do not need that kind of competition. Well, if I had it my way, just for selfish reasons, I would be a superhero called Dr. Gayfinger. I'd have that Midas touch of reverse sexuality, man. I'd have my sidekicks with me, Lambda Lad and Miss Thing right there on either side of me, man. One touch of this bad boy, and you would be a flaming pink triangle, mister. Be great. Any straight guy taller than me? Bam! You're gay, buddy. Any straight guy better looking than me? Bam! You're gay. Any straight guy with a better body than me? Bam! You're gay. I'd be the tallest, sveltest, best-looking heterosexual man on the planet. Be me and Danny DeVito going head-to-head for all the babes. Hey, Dr. Gayfinger, where'd you get those amazing superpowers? Who, me? Bang! Oh, fuck. Hey, who's that guy? Gay men just don't bother me. They don't intimidate me. Now, lesbians kind of bother me. But before you say anything, I'm not going to make any diesel dyke jokes about Austrian shot putters in comfortable shoes and leisure suits that look like Mike Ditka. I have seen plenty of absolutely gorgeous lesbians in my time. As a matter of fact, I got this one videotape at home. Oh, man. Well, actually, I have 176 tapes in my complete epic video lesbian library, but enough about me. I digress. The reason lesbian women bother me is, I don't have a problem with them. I'm quite bullish on dykes, in fact. But the reason they bother me is because they intimidate me sexually. They're competing with me for the exact same thing that I'm after. Another woman. And not only that, as a woman, they know a whole hell of a lot more about what they're doing than I do. They have an exact duplicate of the plumbing they're working on. And when they're not working, man, they can go home and practice. And we all know what practice makes, right? Practice makes me obsolete. So, I would probably be a much more sensitive male and lover if I had my own vagina. That's something to look forward to, isn't it, guys? Having your own vagina? Hey, man, go fuck yourself! Okay. That's on the schedule. That would be the way that every man greeted one another in the street every single day. Hey, man, go fuck yourself. Okay, man. You go fuck yourself, too. Well, guys, I'm going to have to get out of here. But before I do, let me share you this real quickly. Boy, you want my ass out of here in a hurry, don't you? I do a little writing every now and then, little poetry, and occasionally the Dionysian muses upon me, and I compose a few lines. And recently I finished a poem that I submitted to Hallmark, and, well, they turned me down, and I was really bummed out by that, so I'd like to share this with you if I could. When the road you chose gets rocky, and the way leads all uphill, and even good friends desert you, as they sometimes will. When the deck seems stacked against you, seems there's no way you can win, that's the time to buy a gun and put it to your chin. When problems loom too large and they're only getting bigger, suck the barrel, baby, and pull the fucking trigger. Oh, man, I get misty every time I read that. They really did turn me down at Hallmark, and I said, the hell with it, created my own greeting cards and my own greeting card company, which is now called Hellmark. So if you want to get a poem, talk to me after the show. If you want to get one of the 3 cards that I have, I can hook you up with that. And if you like that, this is a great companion card right here. See this cute little girl right there? She's riding her rocking horse. See that? And it says, thinking of you, just wanted to say, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Thanks a lot, guys. Happy. Put your hands together for Martin Funk. Give him a round of applause. Let's hear it for him. Well, good evening. Saturday night, late show. How you guys doing? All right. My God, you guys would suck at a rock concert with an attitude like that, man. It'd be like, you ready to rock and roll in day? Yeah. Yeah, rock and roll me, buddy. Go. Let's hear it, you guys. In the mood for some comedy or what? Make some noise! All right. Very nice to be here. I'll tell you guys, I've had a lot of fun this week driving around town. I've actually noticed that you guys drive just a little bit differently here. Apparently in Indianapolis, right-of-way is determined by tonnage and velocity. Stoplights just seem to be rough guidelines. Green means go, yellow means go faster, red means go if there's nobody looking. Blinkers? Never touch the stuff. Heck, I just broke the stick right off the damn column myself. So, went to a tanning bed this week for the first time. I'd never done that before. And my buddy was talking to me over the phone going, dude, I can't believe you're doing that fake and bake, man. You're so vain. And he was right, but you know what I couldn't figure is how he knew the real reason I was using tanning beds was so that I could bathe my body in enough high-frequency ultraviolet electromagnetic radiation to alter the chromosomal structure of the DNA within my sexual gametes, so that my offspring would be born with enough positively mutated genetic material to become the next higher stage of human evolutionary development, and I would then be the visionary progenitor of an entirely new race of super beings. Boy, there's just a fine line between your garden variety vanity and world-mongering megalomania, isn't there? I was watching the television this afternoon, and my theory about TV now is, well, I think it's a lot like computers. It's just garbage in, garbage out. There is so much stupid stuff on TV these days. I think if you watch enough of it, it can't help but make you stupid. Like this commercial for Vaseline intensive care. This woman walks out, she has sort of a vacuous,